Hello, I'm Yera Deviyana. Today I'm gonna explain to you about semantics. So, what's the definition of semantics? You might have heard the branch of linguistics and logic concerning meaning, right? There are a number of branches and sub-branches of semantics, including formal semantics, which studies the logical aspects of meaning, such as sense, reference, implication, and logical form, and lexical semantics, which studies word meanings and word relations, and conceptual semantics, which studies the cognitive structure of meaning. So what the conclusions? The conclusion is semantics is the study of meaning. So what kind of meaning that we're looking for? Was that the meaning we find in life, or in painting, or in music? However, the meaning we are concerned here is the meaning you actually find in language. But we are not done yet. What type of language that we'll study? English, Arabic, Dutch. The fact of the matter is we're gonna study the meaning in each of this language individually. This is gonna take us forever, and we probably won't come up with the generalizations that we're looking for. So, from the statement, we can conclude that with semantics, we'll study the meaning of language in universal, human language, and not specific. Okay, so we can use semantics to analyze a sentence. I mean the meaning of the sentence, but we have to the grouping the sentence. So I can give you the examples. Which sentence is Yera ate the apple. In this sentence, you can see that the red underlined, it shows us that the sentence have 4 words. And you can see the green brackets. It's like the group in the apple, right? So the apple is take place as a phrases. NP is a noun phrases. So we can you can see that the arrow, the black arrow, it's pointing in the L letter and the T letter. So it shows us the shape of sound from the sentence. It came from the L letter and the T letter. So it completes the sentence. Why? Because you can see in the bottom you can see the diagram. It's a diagram language faculty, which it's explained that language is made of that sound, form, meaning. So the knowledge who learned about the sound is phonetics and phonology. The knowledge which learn about form is morphology and syntax, and the knowledge which learn the meaning is semantics and pragmatics. So here's the types of grammar. Let's make a distinction between 2 types of grammar. First type of grammar is called perspective, and the second called descriptive. So what is important to make a distinction between these 2 types of grammar? Well, because we are dealing with semantics, and semantics is part of grammar, and that brings us to the fact we have to make our intentions clear before we dive into semantics. Well, what's the difference between these 2? Well, basically, the difference between the name here, perspectives, aims to prescribe, which means should. That means we have to use a sentence that grammar should look like. Meanwhile, the word descriptives aims to describe, means actually, and that means we have to use sentence the grammar actually likes. So let's see the example here, and a case that I'm pretty sure probably happens with you or someone you know. When you need to go to the bathroom, you actually say, "Can I go to the bathroom?" to the teacher, right? And the teacher would reply, "I hope you can't." This is supposed to be a funny joke between them to teach the student that "can" as a mode of verb means something like ability. So the teacher hopes that the student can have an ability to go to the bathroom. The correct sentence is, "May I go to the bathroom, please?" Because may as a mode of verb means to allow or ask for permissions. But now here's the tricky part. Do we actually use the sentence of phrases? Prospective grammar would say no to "Can I go to the bathroom?" but descriptive grammar approaches the same issue and says, "Okay, this is how native speaker use 'Can I go to the bathroom?" And so they would like to take that as a starting point and suggest that can also mean to make a request and also mean ability. So what's the importance of semantics in language? First, language acquisitions. Because semantics is the study of meaning of words, the study of these disciplines is closely related to language acquisitions. Students learn language at first by the repetition of sounds for verbal speech and image for written. Eventually, however, those sounds and image needs to be assigned meaning, which is the area of semantics. And the second is structure. Semantics is critical to a language because without it, there will be no real structure to language. Without the basics, intrinsic understanding of semantics that comes along with language acquisitions, speakers could string words together in any order they wanted, and listeners would have a very hard time deriving meaning from the sentence. Semantics provides speakers a structure to use when they need to slot words into sentence, creating meaning. The third is disciplines others. Semantics is critical because of the way it allows scientists and academics to link language to the other disciplines that is important in. For instance, the study of the way language is used is very important in psychology. And the last is inferences. Much of the meaning of language is conferred to inferences. Humans write things and the reader infers based on information available to him something about the sentence. Pronouns are a type of inference. For example, in the sentence, "Mark went to the store, he bought some milk." It is not explicitly shown that the second sentence refers to Mark. However, the first sentence makes us infer that it is Mark that bought milk. Writers must understand some degree of semantics to know what their meaning will be properly inferred. So it states that the meaning of a sentence is a function of the meaning of its component words and how they are combined. So let's take example from mathematics. The result 4 can be arrived at by combining 2 plus 2, right? Now we want to do something similar in language. So the sentence is Ferrari ate the apple. Ferrari is the name of a person. Just you know, for just your information, like. Okay. This sentence surely has meaning that we understood. How did we arrive this meaning? Let's say this says M1, M2, M3, and M4. So the Ferrari is M1, 8 is the M2, the D is M3, and Apple is M4. I know we not only want individual meanings, but we want to see they combine together. So we know that D and Apple combined together is M3 plus M4. That's give me M5. I know that 8, M2 plus M5 in syntax give me the first phrase. So let's call this M6. So, and I know the meaning or M7 is equal to M6 plus M1, so this is how we arrive at the meaning. I combine the component meaning of each and every word, and I take into consideration how this word combine together to form the final meaning. Okay, recall the principle of conversationally was there to explain to us the phenomena of productivity, but this explanation runs into some problems. So let's take an example scenario. When you have a speaker A and speaker B, speaker A says I love you and speaker B says what a wonderful day. Now what is the meaning of speaker B's sentence if we are to go by the principle compositionally itself? You will have to look out for the word what and wonderful and day, right? So let's say we came up with our results of the meaning. But then take another scenario. Again, we have speaker A and B, but the time speaker A says I hate you, which speaker B replies the same like the scenario before. Now, do you think these two sentences have the same meaning? Of course not. Although they are exactly the same, but it's totally different. So what's missing here is a slight difference between what the sentence means and what the speaker means. So our theory of semantics must also explain the difference between meaning and speaker meaning. Here is another example scenario in the sentence. If you hear the sentence, okay. If you hear the sentence, okay. If you saw that sentence, what meaning would we understand? Well, it depends. It's an honored by a middle class person, this sentence would mean let's have lunch. But uttered by a beggar in the sentence has totally different meaning. In this case, it means I need some money, like. So again, here's the difference that the principle conventionally can explain to us right now. Thank you so much for listening to this video and watching this video. I hope you get the benefit of it. See you in the next video. Bye.